Hello and welcome to this AJT Mandala Artist and GT video. Find me on Instagram at Artistry and Craft. So in order to show you a little bit more of the kind of half dot walking, it's an ATC coin, so it's 65mm wide. I cut these on my silhouette portrait, so in order to then find where the halfway point is, I've got to do a little bit of kind of jigging around with it, and what I do is measure on my ruler where the halfway point would be, so that's 3.3 centimetres, and then literally pop the compass at the side, draw an arc, same all the way around in order to find the centre. So having found the centre, I can then carry on with my design. My design is going to be similar to this one, so this is going to be the inspiration piece for it. However, you can see that this time I'm dotting on a green rather than a black. My two main colours, obviously green and red, go brilliantly together, and as a contrast I've got a dark purple colour. So two rather nice pearl colours, a little bit different to the normal, because normally you paint on black or paint on white. So this time I decided to go different. I wanted to paint on green. So I'm going to start with the deep purple in the centre. I've marked where my centre is. So transfer punch set and a nice big dot in the centre. So there we go, first dot on. And then I'm going to use what I, as I have before, called the clock method in order to work out where my next placement is going to be. I want to move out from the centre, so moving out from the centre using that clock method, I'm going to put the purple on again. Clock method, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and then in between them. So as you can see, I'm not using any grid lines whatsoever. I do paint freehand, which is why not everything always turns out perfect. So there we go, that's the next set of dots going on. I'll just zoom in a tiny bit on that and we'll see if we can make the circle pretty much most of the field of vision. There we go. So you can see they're not exactly perfect, but they're not bad considering it's all done freehand. Having done the purples, I'm then going to now put on the reds. I'm going to move the red over to the side that I'm painting on. I just find it easier to have them nice and handy. I'm going to make my dots slightly bigger this time, carrying on round in the same way. There we go, keep going round, and that's my first sort of 2 rows of dots placed. I'm then going to work out from those with my first colour, so exactly like I've done on this one, I'm going to get bigger with one set of dots, so in this case it's the reds that got bigger, and smaller going out to a large dot with the blue, so it's two kind of size changes going on. So I've now done my first row of red and my first row of purple. I'm then going to take my smallest transfer punch stylus, there we go, my smallest one, and that's going to be my next dot with the purple in the gaps. So my purple dots are going in the gaps between the reds. There we go, almost done. 2 more to go. And there's a slight rocking motion with this in order to actually get those dots in place and leave the paint down. So that's the first lot, and then my reds are going to be my next one. So I've used my smaller stylus. I then want to go up to a slightly bigger stylus, so there's my slightly big one. So my reds are going to get bigger and my purples are going to get smaller as I move out from the centre. So there's my red going on, There we go. And we're going to carry on like that, making them bigger and smaller as I move out. Obviously, I don't know whether you wish to see the whole thing, so I'm just literally going to do one row so you can see what's going on. So it's one row of purples, and I'm going to come straight out this way with them. So I've done 1 dot, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the smallest. So each of the purple rows are going to end up looking like that. I'm going to pause the video, put the purple rows on, and then come back and show you the red rows. So back in a few. Bye. So got all the purple on, kind of dot walking but in straight lines. Now it's time for the reds. So what I've got, as you can see, 3 transfer punches. I've skipped one each time, so they gradually get larger. So what we need to do is we need to put the red on. There's one. Trying to clean these off in between times. Then we're going for number 2. I want the flat end again. Second. And then obviously we're going to put a third on. And number 3. Flat end again. 3 goes there. So I'm then going to do that all the way round. Again, I seriously doubt that you want to spend the time watching me doing these same dots all the way round. So again, like last time, I'll pause it and come back when I've done all of those to show you how the next round will work. See you in a bit. Bye. So you should be able to see that I've put all the red dots on. I've got the purple dots. Looking at this, you can see the last thing I need to then do is put these extra ones on that I haven't yet got. So it's these large dots of purple that I need to go around and do. So it's the same size stylus as the last red dot this time round, but it's a purple one. So in they go. And I need to turn the work because I don't have a hand that goes backwards. Almost done. One more to go. Okay, so there we go. We've got the main dots on of the 2 colours that I'm using. One going in, one going out. So you can see that they get larger as they turn into the centre, or they get larger as they go out from the centre. 2 different kind of takes on the same idea. So this is the one that I am currently working on, and this is the one that I've done before. So again, you can see similar start. You can see all the top dotting that's gone on in there. None at the moment on here, no half walking either. I will be doing those shortly and showing you how they work. Just want to let this dry before I work on the next row of dots. Otherwise, knowing my luck, I'll smudge them. So I'll see you all soon. Hi and welcome back. So as you can see, I've done quite a bit of top dotting already, put things on so that you don't have to sit through the hours and hours of me doing this. Each of the red has had gold put on top of it. I've left one row empty so I can show you. Each of the purple has had a paler purple put on top, and in this case I've put the glitter on as well, and I've started the part dot walking at the top. Again, I will show you how you do this. I just wanted to start the visual sort of impact of it so you can see what it is I'm going to do. So first of all, I need to add the gold. I've got 3 of the styluses. I worked out using these. Now I've got one size smaller working back in. So I've put the first gold dot on there. Now I need to put the rest of them on. So it's one size smaller in terms of the stylus each time as I go. So it's one size smaller than the dot that was already on here and into the middle of it. As I said before, I clean off my tools each time. That way they don't get full of paint, don't require hours and hours of cleaning. Some people are quite happy to do that. Me personally, as I've said before, I have other things to do other than cleaning these in between. So there we go, next two. And then final one on this one at the centre. So I need to, oops, sorry, move that there. Need to put the gold on top of there. So there we go, that's the gold done. And I'm going to do exactly the same with pale purple, working in the opposite direction. So get the pale purple colour, and this time I want to go out from the centre. So centre dot is on. So I'm working out from the centre. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. All of those are on. So now working round to the half walk. So I've done one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it just gives that kind of appearance of movement at the edge. I really do like these because it just makes the whole piece feel like it's actually rotating. So I'm going to start putting on that purple and start adding in those extra walking points. So I'll show you on one strip how I do it, and then again turn off, pause and come back when I've got more done. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 going round. A little bit less paint on there than I wanted. And then the central dot added the purple on top there. So you can see that's how those are going to appear. If I then move that up, you'll be able to see them as it focuses. So there we go, and those will turn out really nice and glittery. Hi, welcome back. Just wanted to show you what this looked like with those dots on, as I promised I would do. So what I've done a set of sparkly, called gold oxide coming out, gold oxide half dot walk, gold half dot walk. I've then put amethyst on top of the pearl, the sort of palm violet pearl, and then done a half dot walk in the amethyst, half dot walk with the palm pearl. Done that all the way round, and I put a bronze in the centre. That bronze is then going to come out on these orange spikes as well. So at this point in time you should be able to see how, although they're not identical, there is inspiration from one to the other. This is how a design can inspire yet not be the same as when you are making it. Obviously need to let this dry because the paint is still wet. You can actually see that by the bubbly kind of domed surface. Let this dry and then come back once it's dry and show you that final set of dotting. Alright, thanks very much, see you soon, bye! So you can see that I've added to this as I said I would do. I've put the bronze on top, I put the gold oxide in the centre. I've also added a swish on each of these, so I left it to the point at which I would then show you how I've done this. So what I need to do is put the bronze down that way and then the swish on. So I'm going to start with the little swish first, because that's the quickest one of the two to do. Excuse me moving that there. So little swish, so I need to get my paint on my smallest dotting tool, so smallest stylus there, and we're going to have a swish going down that way. So there, that's that on. And then we're going to go on top of the ones that I've already done in the gold oxide with the bronze, which will then finish off this piece, and I'll put the two pieces alongside each other so you can see how they then compare. So very last set down here. There we go. So two similar, inspiration very similar on both of them, pieces of art. very different outcomes on the two of them. You usually see things drawn on or painted on the black, which is what this one is. So this is plain on black. It's a much more common colour to see them on. The green is a very unusual colour to see these on. I felt like doing something that was very different. I'm now going to buzz out a bit so that hopefully I can get both pieces alongside each other so you can see them. So there we go, got both pieces, similar but different, very similar inspiration, similar designs in that on both pieces I've got the going out there getting smaller, the going out on those ones getting larger with a large dot at the end, multiple colours in the centre to bring that out. I'm actually going to put this very, very pale multicoloured sort of glittery one on the top of that centre dot there. So there's a very, very small amount of this multicoloured sort of goldy glitter colour on the very top. It will over time just sort of settle down. So you can see both of them very similar yet very different, very similar designs, very similar inspiration, one on black, one on green. However, as you can see, the differences are quite spectacular depending on how you choose to interpret a design, how you choose to then do the half dot walking, and also how you choose to interpret the colour scheme. Hopefully that's been of help to folks, and thank you very much for watching this AJT Mandala Artist video. Please find me on Instagram at Artistry and Craft, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.